So, does the JJ Abrams cut really exist? I don't know. Maybe it does. Most likely it does because, every single movie that is made is going to have much more footage than was actually shown in the theater. For example, I think this movie, the rough cut, was probably like 4 hours or something like that. I don't really know. But the thing is, should we even care about the JJ Abrams cut? Well, apparently Dominic Monaghan, who has a very, very small role in the movie, wants the JJ Abrams cut released. But I think he probably wants it just for a personal reason. He had nothing to do in this movie. They really should have made this movie without him. He did nothing but just stand around, and that's pretty much it. So he probably has a vested interest in getting the JJ Abrams cut released because maybe he had a little bit more screen time. But for me, honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't really care to see the JJ Abrams cut. I don't think it's going to make the movie any better. I really don't think. I think JJ, no matter what, still would have had his hands tied behind his back. I mean, if it doesn't wreck Canon the way the theatrical cut does, that's one thing. I wouldn't mind seeing the JJ Abrams cut then. But in the end, I still think it won't be Anakin taking out Palpatine even in his version. Now, there's a rumor out there saying that all the Force ghosts, started coming up behind Rey to take out Palpatine, but we don't really know for a fact if Anakin was going to be the one to actually take down Palpatine. And that's a problem that I have. Also, if we do get the JJ cut, it's just going to create more problems more than what it is. I mean, the fan base right now is very, very divided on this movie. Now, according to the leaks, the Reylo scene was actually cut. So now you're going to have the Reylos coming after you more and more than what they have now. Because this movie, I know The Last Jedi was pretty divisive. There's no doubt about it. It was very, very divisive. But this movie, I think, is divisive for other reasons. It retcons so much of the OT. It retcons the Last Jedi, and I think that was a good move to retcon that movie. But still, there's no continuity between movies, but that's another story, and that was kind of expected going into this movie, so I digress. But I just don't think that a JJ Abrams cut is going to do anybody any good. Now, should JJ Abrams want his cut released if this wasn't his vision for the movie? Absolutely. He absolutely should want his cut released. But the thing is, I don't think Disney is ever going to let the JJ Abrams cut come out. It just won't happen. I mean, they bought Star Wars to sell you their vision on it. They bought Star Wars to push their politics into the movies. And if the JJ Abrams cut doesn't follow up with Disney's vision, they're not going to put it out. They weren't going to put it out anyway. To Disney and Lucasfilm, I'm pretty sure Kathleen Kennedy looked at this movie and thought it was perfect. Now, we know that Kathleen Kennedy doesn't have a creative bone in her body. She shouldn't be president of Lucasfilm at all. These are the same people that approved of The Last Jedi and Rian Johnson's horrible writing, horrible storytelling, and a big FU to the fan base. They approved of this. So they also approved of this movie. So they're going to be quite happy with the production of this movie, what we got in the movie theater. Now, the box office numbers, that's a completely different thing. This movie isn't even tracking to make more than The Last Jedi. I'm pretty sure we'll get more solid numbers today for the weekend. But Lucasfilm and Disney, they made this mess. They have to lay in their own bed. But I'm pretty sure, I'm sure anyway, that JJ Abrams is not happy with the product that came out on screen. But however, JJ Abrams himself has even admitted that he's not a closer. He's not good at it. And his track record has always said that. So even with a new JJ Abrams cut, it probably wouldn't be any better than this. Maybe it'll be a little better, but I don't know for sure. But a lot of people know JJ Abrams' track record is not closing out any type of trilogies. He's quote unquote a good starter, a good rehasher. You know, he's a copy and paste guy. That's what he does. But closing out a 9-movie saga, honestly, to tell you the truth, JJ Abrams would have been one of the last people I would call to come in and do a project like this, because this track record just says he's not good at something like this. So, but I don't know, guys. This JJ Abrams cut, yes, it's going to make very, very good news to talk about and everything like that. But I wasn't overly excited when I saw all the leaks. I mean, I was excited for different kind of reasons, because it seems like it was a Disney move to sabotage JJ Abrams. That wasn't going to surprise me whatsoever. You know, for them to sit there and redo the movie behind his back, I'm not surprised. The Mouse, they have shareholders. They don't care about the stories that are put out. They care about making sure that shareholders get a return on their investment. But however, Disney, check this out. With this movie, you're not maximizing your profits. Even with The Last Jedi, yeah, you made a little money on it, but you didn't maximize your profits. You gave us something that nobody really enjoyed in The Last Jedi. Very, very divisive. You know, over 56% of fans did not like that movie. It's just fact. And now coming out with this movie is it goes at such a breakneck pace. It's hard to keep up with. And then you completely wreck Canon with the worst 40 minutes of a movie I've ever seen, probably. It was that awful if you're a Star Wars fan. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Do you actually want to see a JJ Abrams cut? I really don't. I don't really care to see it. I don't think it's going to do anybody any good whatsoever. So guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comments. If you're new here to the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me, and we will catch you on the next video. John Matrixx, out.